What are you doing? Oh, so you want to be in this one? Oh. Well, you got to move though. That's my seat. Time to move. Let's go, Monster. Get up. Hello, guys. How's everybody doing? Say hi, Monster. Say hi. I'm not. You gotta be. Don't be lazy. Say hi. Look at the camera. Say hi. He says hi. Anyway, how's everybody doing? So we are here for the final Q&A, live Q&A session for November. I hope everybody had a happy and safe Thanksgiving. I hope you gave thanks to for everything that I guess you want to be thankful for. Holiday season is still rolling on. We are now in my favorite time of the year, Christmas. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And Monster wanted to be here for this, so I decided, yeah, he can come. So yeah, I'm gonna be hosting because he's lazy. He doesn't like to sit. See, look at that. He don't want to sit. Anyway, well, let's do this, shall we? Monster. Let's see who's in the chat with everybody. That's the biggest thing. Let's go see who's in the chat. Okay. Darth Primus. Who's that say? Who's that say right there? Who? Oh, Marion. Who's that one say? Omnitron. Right, good boy. Good dude. It's your friend Tori. Joe's in there. Joe Hitori-san. What's up? Okay, music. Who's that say? Who's that say? Music lover. KB. Right, thank you. Okay. Let's keep a track of this stuff. I want to make sure I keep track of this. Make sure I. Yeah, I know. I get text messages from you. Okay, let's see. What are we here? Everybody says, "What's up?" Hello. This is the Duchess has old. Hope she gets well. Monster says she hopes she gets well. Vittori is ready. What is up, Jill? Dark Promises. Do you think that Avengers will dedicate? Will Avenger? Will do you think that Avengers 4 will be dedicated to Stan Lee? He'll be in it because he did film his cameo, and I'm sure there's going to be something more for the man himself. Please don't Chuck. Please don't have me crying, guys. I really don't want to be crying right now. Uh, um, Next question. How are you doing, Chris? I gotta ask, are there any female reactors from FB your list? No, not really. Which horror characters and monsters besides Michael Myers? How many times I gotta tell you it's only Michael Myers? If you want to think of anybody else, be my guest. I told you guys it's mainly there's no monster. If you want to talk monsters, the only other thing that creeps me out, it puts fear in me is the I don't want to say it. Oh yeah, that's good. Thank you, Monster. Thanks for backing me up, dude. Monster says he's scared of the facehuggers. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm afraid of the facehuggers. Like, things creep me out. I can't stand them things. All right, are you excited to see Creed 2? Like, I am. Who said that? James Lad wrote. I'm probably butchering that. I apologize. Yes, I am. What is your all-time favorite Godzilla movie? Mine is the 54 film. The 50 Gojira, the original, it does have a special place with me. Probably my second favorite. Um, I think Shin is up there. Shin is really high up there. That was that was really good. Shin. Joe Hattori, are you going to react to the Lion King remake teaser? What I can tell you, Joe, I did record it. So it'll be up soon. Yeah, it'll be up soon. I'm trying. Since Hasbro has gotten the rights to My Pet Monster, you think we could get a new show bringing along the line of Friendship is Magic or Littlest Pet Shop? Why didn't you tell me you had you were with so that's where you was all this time. You was making a new deal. Why didn't you tell me? Huh? Why didn't you tell me? So with cartoon. He says, yeah. Good boy. Next up. Let's see what else we got here. Brother, thoughts on the Spider-Verse, the animated movie so far? I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to it indeed. Very, very looking forward to it. You know, it's gonna be fun to see Gwen, Spider-Gwen animated. I mean, we've seen her animated, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. You know, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Ham. Yeah, it's cool. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Out to my see, so that's where you was, huh? Okay, I see where you were all that time. Um, I see, I see, I see. Hey, what's good, Chris? Hey, Ken is here. Say hi to Ken. Go on, say hi. I'm not ready to do it then. Fine, here. Say hi. There you go. Good boy. See, he's lazy, guys. I'll tell you, he's lazy. He want to be lazy. Speaking of Power Rangers, favorite Power Ranger team outside the original, Power Rangers, the original Power Rangers. I like Dino Thunder's team. I thought that was really cool. I like that because I liked when they Dino Thunder back to teenage high high school teenagers. I like that. I thought that I was a pretty good, I like that. So yeah. Leaf Schreiber is in the movie. He is playing the Kingpin. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know he was playing the Kingpin. That's cool. Okay, we got somebody just retracted a message. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Okay, hold on, dude. See, you being a jerk, and I can't trying to look at the messages and look at. All right, here we go. Uh, shit. Like I said, guys. Damn, keep messages. Hold on. Leave me alone. Windows 8 hater. Look at that. You see that? Is that a troll? Troll or is it a new pack member who wants to join the pack? There's got a bad feeling about you, but he's asking Mr. Windows 8 hater is asking my age. I'm 24. No, that's a lie. No, 36. Yeah, 36. No, I got no problems telling my age. I've had this guy since I was 7 years old. He's a childhood friend of mine. We're childhood 80s, so of course I'm gonna keep him around. He's my buddy. Um, you still don't trust him. I don't know. Maybe he's through. He's not a pack member. He's just a lone wolf just passing through. So text messages. Mm, look, Primus asks you how are you doing? He's doing good. Mine's just fine. I'm trying to says I gotta go pick up my sister, but turn out the Duchess is awake and wants in. She'll be with you the rest of the stream. Looks like. Hey, okay. And once again, Windows 8. Hi. I think didn't we just say hi to him? Yeah. Marion, how are you? Like, how do you like your Dracula? My, oh, how do I like my Dracula? Would you have would have that he can be a gentleman, but at the thing that I can basically the way they do Dracula. That's my Dracula. Hey Chris, are you looking forward to um Jump Force? Let me know if you don't. Yeah, I am looking forward to that game, Jump Force. You got a lot of people in that game that I'm looking forward to playing with. Though more than Shiro from Fist of the North Star will be in that, and I'm glad he made the cut because most of the game characters from the Shonen Jump publication, so that's cool. Uh, Yusuke's in it. Everybody else that I'm great. I'm cool. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. I think it's only for Xbox too. So if you ain't got an Xbox, uh, sorry for you. Duchess, just say hi to the Duchess. He says hi. He's being lazy. He doesn't want to be. He doesn't. Galactus girl's here. Look, Eliza's here. Say hi. Why are you being lazy, easy butt? Um, let's see what else we got here. Hold on. All right. Check them out. All right. Next we have is Joe Hattori. Are you mad at DC Comics can't? Are you mad that DC canceled Batman and these? Um, it's not canceled. They just pushed it back, Joe. It's not canceled. They just pushed it back. It's to come out this December. It's coming out next year. But yeah, I was at first they were saying it was canceled, and then it's just been pushed back or forward or however you want to consider it. But I actually am looking forward to. I mean, outsiders. You got. I mean, this team of outsiders I like. You know, it's you got the Signal, you got Katana, you got Orphan or Sandra Kane, and Black Lightning, my man Black Lightning, of course, one of my favorite DC characters of all time, and of course Batman on the end. So I'm fine with that. I'm cool. But yeah, it's not canceled. It's not canceled at all. Joe also asks me, uh, and also did you wait? Now see some of your messages are coming up uh, as spam. Okay. Joe asks, are you? Did you see the latest casting for Birds of Prey movie? Yeah, I saw that. I actually put that on my Facebook page. They casted Cassandra Kane, and it's a young. She is very young. I'm talking. They really went young with her. From what it, from what I read, Warner Brothers is a very young actress to play Cassandra Kane, and yeah, this girl is young. She's young. Her name is forgetting her name, but she's young. She's really young. Y'all can look it up. She's really young. So far, so we've casted we've casted Mary Huntress, Renee Montoya, and Cassandra Kane, and I believe Gregor is casted as Black Mask, and of course, Miss Margot Robbie is coming back as Harley Quinn. I still don't like the fact that Harley is who starts the Birds of Prey. I don't like that. Now, I'm a lifelong DC fan, and I don't really read Marvel except for X-Men during the 90s and up to 2007. I was a nerd. Oh, okay, cool. I think that's Duchess saying that. Yeah, cool. Hey, nothing wrong with look, how I always go about. If you are a DC fan, just mainly strictly DC comics fan, always don't disrespect the other family across the tracks. Marvel. If you are all Marvel, don't respect the other family, which is DC. They they both have longevity. DC is older, but there is longevity between both of them, and there's always something from each character that people love. I like both companies. Um, but overall, if I was to say who's my number one, then yeah, I'm gonna say this the man himself, Spider-Man. I have connected more with Spider-Man than anything in terms of just how dude was brought up, everything like that. So yeah. Anyway, Darth, what do you think is the psychopath? Hannibal, who's the worst psycho? Hannibal Lecter or the Joker? Well, I ain't. I'm kind of going with Hannibal Lecter. I'm not eating nobody, man. That's cannibal. When you go through cannibalism, nah, I don't play that crap. No way. I can't, I can't take that. Uh, no cannibalism. You know, then you should become a Wendigo because of that. I know what the what the Wendigo is basically. Anyway, Marion, who do you think has the worst temper, Donald Duck or Boyaku from uh, My Hero Academy? Okay, well, Monster here is a good friend of Donald, so does Donald have a bad attitude? Does he? Uh, Donald only get he Monster says Don only gets mad when at certain things. Yeah, Yago gets mad at just every. He's just always in a foul, pissed mood. So yeah. Who's your absolute favorite DC hero? Mine is Captain Atom, but Omnitron has been getting to Captain Marvel. Who is my absolute favorite DC hero? Uh, I have one, my number one, or just my top 10, because I give you my top 10. But definitely, if I'm going there, um, my number one would be Mr. Terrific, Michael Holt, aka the second Mr. Terrific, the third smart world. Fair play. Love that. Um, strength of an orangutan or strength of a gorilla, all the way. Uh, volcanoes or earthquakes, which is scarier? Uh, I've been through earthquakes, so I can't. Volcanoes. It's I'm trying had to go for a while. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Um, why do you think werewolves and vampires are so popular? Stories. Um, for me, I'm more of a werewolf guy than fire person. Um, because I love wolves, and the concept of a human turning into said wolf is actually kind of interests me, but it also, I think after I saw movies like Wolf in London, that transformation scene just creeped me out. Just kind of gave me that gave you that impression like this transformation is very painful. I mean, it's your body transforming, stretching your ears, or stretching your teeth. It's not like very comfortable. You know. Um, and then the movies like The Howling really just made me a little bit more fearful, but also for the werewolf. And don't get me wrong, I like vampires, but a I could not live a life that innocent people for sustenance. And yeah, you could say that, but werewolves do it too. But to some degree, they don't. And especially if you have the case of lycanthropy that you're able to control it when you're the wolf and you know what is going on. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And I'll just tell my family just to lock me up. Lock me in a cage during the night, and you only turn into this thing during the full moon. So lock me in a cage, I'll be fine. Throw me something, throw me food in there, and I'll be fine. But I'm not gonna. I'm just for no matter what. Just don't let me out. That's it. Unless I can control it, like John Talbot from Darkstalkers. Hey, I know you like that game. My second hero is uh Gorilla. Oh, from Doom Patrol, since she's the first transgender heroine, and basically the only transgender superhero in mainstream comics. Yes, um, that's cool. What about how your sister is a werewolf? That was actually interesting. I remember that one. Um, hey Chris, last month I saw a interview with Jermaine Dupri, and he said he's thinking about doing a biop on Crisscross. Is that something you'd be interested in? I don't mind biop movies in general. Um I don't mind them at all. You know, if they're done properly or done with respect. There have been some biop movies that I just wish they had done properly. For example, I have a Leah picture right there on my wall. Matter of fact, hold on. You got to get down for a second. Thank you. If you see right there, there's an Aaliyah picture right there, and they did a direct to TV movie, and I was like, why didn't she get a real theatrical movie? To me, buyout movies should always be theatrical. They should never be done for just TV or something like that. I don't that right, Monster. There you go. Let's see. Uh, how excited were you when paid back to be a general manager for SmackDown? I was really happy for her. You know, it sucks that she can't wrestle anymore. You know that, and I know a lot of people blame it on Sasha, but that's not. It was not Sasha Banks' fault. She always had back issues, and it's only a matter of time for something bad happen that was going to take her out. But I'm glad to see that she's still around. She's still being used, and not. You hate to see that. You know, basically, she was forced out of something she loved. She's been doing it since she was young. Her whole family's wrestlers, you know. So mom is great too. Like if you ever get a chance, guys, to uh, check out her mom. Her mom is she just is unbelievable. Let's see. Would you who would you be more afraid of, Thanos or Ultron? Thanos. Yes, I'm a wrestling nerd as well. Monster likes that. Thank you. How long have you had Mr. Monster? How long have I had you? Since I was 7 years old. Seven. Now you do the math. The math right there. And when was I 7 years old? There you go. There you go. Do the math. Um, do the math. I do it real quick if you want me to. I was seven in 1980. Oh, had him since I was seven. I think I got him well, before I was seven, but yeah, I do remember having him when I was 7 years old. So that's why I say that. Let's see, funniest moment in My Hero Academy in your opinion. Um, well, I'm still behind, so you can't gotta hold me to that. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. It really, I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. I can't think of anybody. But my favorite character. Hold on, guys. Somebody called me. Hear that? Yeah. Hello. I shall return, guys. I'll be right back. Come up with some more questions. Yeah. Oh, so that guys, uh, I ordered something, food. Yeah. Okay. All right. Where was I? Okay. All right. All right. Go ahead, Monster. I'm tired now, so he wants to go lay down. Okay. Favorite Disney villain? Scar. There's Scar's up there. Yeah, Scar. Best Netflix villain. MCU villain. Kingpin. Next, the Purple Man. All right. My favorite personal wrestler is the honky tonk man. You like the honky? Okay. And my favorite female. I'm not using that diva stuff. No, we don't use that. They not called that no more. Lunge Blaze, Lunge Beast. I'll give her credit. Yes. Um, all right. I bet you can't guess Omnitron's. Guess Omnitron's what favorite wrestler or um. I don't know. He's never told me what it was. I think. You got a lot of catching up to do. Um, I know that. Not really, because some of them I have. I ain't really got a lot to catch up. I got a couple, like I said, because I do have a contact that informed. Even though I am subscribed, when I get these links, the videos are only been up for like a few hours, like almost an hour, and sometimes they only got like 100 views, and I'm like, damn, okay. So it is what it is. Out of the X-Men, he's caused pain to who do you think Mr. Sinister has hurt the most? Um, want to say Gambit, but okay, what was that? Yes, but I definitely, uh, I want to say also Gene from Cyclops, and no, and Cable. Out of all of them who are in the Spider Verse movie, who do you think? Which one are you looking forward to the most? Uh, I'll be honest, Spider Ham is kind of right up there. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Peter Porker. And I can't wait to hear Nick voice come out of Spider Noir. So, uh, remember when none of the teens knew that my love don't cost a thing? With yeah, I remember that bullshit. Man. I try not to think of that, but it happens. Hmm. Joy Carolus, shout out from South Africa. Wow. Um, uh, Sujumbo, right? Yeah, yeah. But wow, Africa, cool. How is the weather in South Africa? In the motherland, I should say. Uh, a new DMC anime is in the works, made from the people who did Castlevania. Just to let you know, I know, and from what I'm hearing, it's actually going to be Castlevania. I don't know how they're going to do that, but if that's true, we could see Dante and Dracula going at it. Um, mm, Marion asks me, Double M asks me, what would the heroes of My Academy think of Daredevil and his abilities to fight even though he's blind? Technically blind. It's like what they would think of all the heroes. Like, whoa, that's cool. Um, is that a burrito you eating? No, just pizza. I remember Tron saying something about yeah, Ultimate Warrior was his dude. I rest in peace, Ultimate Warrior. Dean Ambrose and Paige. Ever read Edgar Allan Poe stories? Of course. The Raven is probably my favorite. I find that the idea of a wrestling version is to be hilarious. Well, if you look on the indie circuit, there's a wrestling version of Michael Jackson, and he does a moonwalker into a DDT. I'm joking. You can find the video and everything. It's crazy. It's funny. Um, what was your reaction when Xavier mind wiped after Magneto ripped up? That was super legit hardcore. I was like, whoa. Um, to me, that was a point where that was the moment where I guess Xavier just could not take it anymore. And there's always been this question. A lot of people have always said, like, why is Professor Xavier friends with this guy? Like, it, why? And that was it. I think that was the breaking point. Like he was like, I'm tired of your shit, Eric. You are okay. Then I'm gonna mind wipe you right now. and curb stomp, missed the curb stomp. uh, Plus, I'm a Bush fan. Nothing wrong with being a fan of man. Favorite Jeff Johns comic is JLA run, not JL, JSA run. His JSA run, that's probably my favorite. When he JSA, I enjoyed it. I love what he was doing with that. Indeed. Have you seen the movie The Legend of the Creek? Yeah, the Bogger Monster. Yeah, I've seen that. It's all right. Travis, what is your favorite 80s action film? That's a hard one because there's so many. Uh, you do know who I am, right? So it's a hard one. Very hard. I probably, man, that's a hard one. I can't. There's too many. It's too many. Hey, TDT, shit. Okay, let's keep going. Keep it going. Did you see the movie Bohemian Rhapsody? Yes, I did, and I apologize for not doing the movie. Um, Only basically because when it comes to buyout movies, I just feel that a lot of people will say the same thing, so I keep. Rami Malek did a great job as Freddie Mercury. He was great. I applaud him. Oh my God, he actually did that. Uh, I excuse me. I appreciate exactly what he did. I'm a big Queen, um, and I thought he did a great job. Who asked that question? My sure. I don't want to should you. See, I'm apologize. I butchered your name. Um, but yeah. I know there's Man. That's the next one coming up. The Elton John buyout. The actor who's in the new Robin Hood plays Elton John, Sir Elton John. Got there because he is knighted. Um, what is the most painful kill you've seen in a slasher movie? Oh God, uh, that's a hard one too. There's been a bunch of them. Uh, Probably the most painful for me came from VHS. Lily, the succubus, tore this dude's nuts right off and threw it at this. And I was like, oh, that hurt. That hurt. Um, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Which is the most annoying, in your opinion? Asking, there's a lot of FBE questions. Really try not to get too much into the FBE questions. Asking the start of the Spice Girls or Daniel thinking Gangsta's Paradise was by Biggie. They both were. Stupid. Good question. Are you still reading Street Fighter and Darkstalker comics? Street Fighter has not had a comic out in a while, and so far, the same thing for Darkstalkers. Udon has not. The last thing Udon did for Street Fighter was the Cammy miniseries that Jim Zub wrote. I met Jim Zub. He's a cool dude. Darkstalker is the same thing. It's been years. I mean, their comic is in trade. You can find it. Okay, Predator 8. On a different topic, I just wanted to point out that first. I have first. I have first fan fiction. Naruto, the Vessel of Darth Vader. Okay. One for me would be in the Texas Chainsaw. Leatherface cracked the guy in the skull with a hammer. I don't, hammer shots don't really bother me too much. I don't know why they don't bother me. I don't know. It's just I see it too much. I'm trying now. All we need is a stable based on the Beatles. uh, I don't. I don't know. I don't know about that one. That's funny. Um. Okay. Darth Promise. What was your reaction when Daredevil killed Bullseye in Shadow? This been several times. What guys? You ask me this all the time. Uh, what was your reaction when Daredevil killed Bullseye in Shadowland? The Bullseye killed Elektra. Same thing. I was like, oh, okay, poetic justice. But even though that wasn't Daredevil, that was the demon. The demon. That's who the hand follows. He's actually a real demon. Um, Marion actually watched any of the Hellraiser movies that the kills in them are really painful to watch. Yeah, I just don't care for Hellraiser. I don't. Did you? I'm sure. Did you know that XFL is coming? Yeah, I know it's coming back. It's ridiculous, stupid. Uh, what was that one anime you watched but could never understand until you had gotten older? Mine was Neon Genesis Evelyn. Okay. Wow, really? Hmm. Um. That one anime. I think for me, I don't know. There hasn't been any animes that I've watched the first time and I didn't get. I would say maybe a little bit of Akira. When I first saw Akira for the first time, I caught Akira like halfway through, so I didn't go on, so I didn't have to watch it again. But that was about it. Yeah. Um. Uh. Marion, most underrated character from Street Fighter and Darkstalkers. Most underrated. That word's um, Street Fighter. There's a couple of them. Can't really say. Uh, can't really say that there's one hate. Street Fighter wise, I there's a couple for Street Fighter. Darkstalkers wise, being that dark, there's only 19 total characters, and you take your pick. The ones that don't get advertised as much, which is a good majority of. Uh, Joe Hattori, are you gonna see Bumblebee? Uh, I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Because I'm torn because that every time I watch it, it pisses me off because I'm like, wait a minute, like, just look like they're when I grew up watching Transformers. I'm like, why wasn't this done in the first place? Why are you waiting now to do this? And it angers me every time I see it. It angers me. I'm happy, but then I'm angry at the same time. I'm torn. I may check it out on Christmas, and I don't go to movies, on Christmas. So I have never gone to movies. I know people that do. I have never gone to the movies on Christmas, especially on Christmas Day. I'm trying. They could have a special tag team move called the Sky with Diamonds. Okay, this she made this up. Uh, a parody of the Beatles if they did because one of my pack members, his wife is a big fan of Honky Tonk Man. Reason why is because the fact that Elvis, as in wrestling, and so she brings up there should be one for Beatles. That crack it up, laughing. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh. I ain't gonna laugh at that. What are your thoughts on Ghidorah's new design from the Godzilla anime? I have not watched the animes yet. I have, if I have not watched them yet, so no. What is happening? JK 3161. It's back. I missed your reaction videos. Well, they weren't gone. See, what is happening? She's coming out, congratulate them on helping them, but she gonna do something stupid because she has rights over the women's. Yeah, Baron Corbin did it. See that just kind of proves right there that you have not. My reactions were back before that. See, what you need to say, Jay, is the FE because that's what it is. You guys most watch my FE. My reactions are always on back. Make them sound like ignorant. And I'm not so. That's what you should have said. What's the most nauseating movie scene to you? For me, it's the thing. No thing, man. I fly. Yeah, the fly. I was about to say, yeah, Goldblum's the fly. Stop it. Yeah, those are. I can't take those scenes too much. Then Gina Davis has that nightmare. Stop. The night comes. The night comes. Us was one. Miss Boys. Okay. Here's a question for you. I'm trying this 20, 28. How old am I? He's never told me your age. I'm just gonna go on a loop. 26. 26. I'm probably wrong, but I don't think older. I don't think so. Hey Chris. Hey D. What's up? Uh, DP. Deadpool's up. Everybody. Yeah. Would you like to see the Guyver show up in Shonen Jump? I I don't know because the Guyver's not a Shonen Jump character. Jump Force is a Shonen Jump. This character's from Shonen Jump. So no, but it'd be cool. What's up, Chris? Did I make it? Yes. Have you played Soul Calibur 6 yet? No, I have not. Do you think Vince McMahon feels tired NXT for the amount of NXT superstars that have flopped when got called up to main roster? No, because Vince McMahon doesn't watch NXT. He doesn't. Yeah, and that's real. Triple H has made that publicly. He does not watch NXT. So the biggest problem is simple: is that when they get called up, he has no idea what their character is. So they fail. Some of them fail. So no. Oh, go Bailey. Okay. Okay, next up. Me and the hubby can't even begin to watch The Fly, but we both love the thing, oddly enough. Yeah, The Fly, Jesus Christ. Yeah, wait, whoa, okay. Oh, you're a year old. I'm damn. I thought you were younger than him. Okay. Chosen child of the 80s unite. Yeah. Okay. I I love being a child. I'm a '90s kid. Ain't nothing wrong with '90s kids. Uh, I gotta go across the piece. Okay. Vince doesn't even wait. Okay, okay. Most brutal fatality in combat to you. That's a that's crazy because there's a bunch of them. No. Well, oh no, no, no. That I think one of the brutal one I've seen is Mortal Kombat. When Kung Lao shoot throws his hat, shoot, and he just pushes your head. That's brutal. Um, the funniest one has got to be Johnny Cage's "Here's Johnny." That is hilarious. I find that I find that hilarious. Like what? Uh, the hubby is a kid named Proud. That's cool too. War Games Takeover was better than yeah. Look, not gonna deny that. And I need some more pizza. I'll be right back, dudes. Okay. I'm like Michelangelo in this. I'm gonna have to jog this off. Um, what was I saying to Travis? Oh yeah, Travis. All the time. There's never been a bad takeover yet, and I've been to a few of them that were in Brooklyn. And always been good. There's never been a bad takeover. I apologize for talking with food in my mouth. My mother would smack. Um, my political stance is rebel against, as is the okay. Most underrated Mortal Kombat character. I think for me is probably I don't know. That's a tough one too. I prefer the dark side of the force. Jay, get away from me. Then we Marion, what do you think of Rodan getting some love in the Godzilla King of Monsters? It's great. Um, Rodan is kind of the jobber to the kaiju's. Mostly, he's always the one that gets beat up quickly. He's taken out short work. But I mean, come on, this is a giant pterodon that when he flies, he causes. It's like what the heck? Like comparing him to somebody like Godzilla. Yeah, it's like okay. Chris put the pizza away. No. What's your favorite Star Wars character? Mine is Boba Fett. Yoda. I respect Yoda. The wise, the all powerful Yoda. That's why, for me, if they were to do that's why I've always said, like, you know, they want to do all these prequel movies. There's only one prequel movie that I want to see, and that is a Yoda movie. I want to know what Yoda was like before he joined the Jedi. That's my biggest. I know it would be a lot of CGI, but it would. I want to know what was Yoda like before Jedi. That's just me. Put the pizza away. No, I'll shove it in your faces too. Yeah, eat it. Don't tell the alpha to do nothing. You remember who's the alpha of this pack? Me. I'm just done with Black Lightning. Cool. Um, as you all know, guys, DPZ and another good friend of mine, D Dubs, they run Comic Universe. That's you. I do recommend you guys go over there and subscribe. My contributions to the channel is every month, usually the end of the month, I send a haul of comics to DPZ to read and review, add to his collection. As you can see, my collection back there, and enjoy. I try never to send him anything crappy. We've been for a long time, so I do know what he likes and what he doesn't like. There have been some shockers to me that he does not like, but I know he's a big horror fan, so I am trying to get him look for some great horror comics. I found there was a Chucky comic. I don't know if to send that to you, Gabriel. I was gonna send you this Chucky comic, so tell me if you want. I'm not kidding either. List that as our political side. We even go to rallies to ask questions like, "What is the Senate going to do with the citizens?" Okay. That's funny. All right. All right. Um. I long live the Sith. Death. Anyway, come on, Balor. Don't lose no Baron Corbin. Fuck that guy. Anyway, you're thinking Ronan get some good shots in. Yeah, there we go. See, that's what I meant. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Um, Marion asked me, what was your reaction to Boba Fett movie getting canceled? Uh, you know, I can't like that's basically it. Like, guys, look, to me, these 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 Star Wars movies needs to slow down, and I don't know. I'm just like, oh, okay, like, mm, okay. Sorry guys, I'm looking at my my gameplay for Spider-Man Turf Wars, the latest with Hammerhead. I'm rendering it right now, so that y'all want to watch that full gameplay, it will be up soon. So yeah, it's being rendered over there. Mortal Kombat DOA crossover. Would you like to see a DO? No, that's stupid. They're just some fighting game franchises that should not cross over with Mortal Kombat, and is one of them. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to see Ryu Hayabusa maybe there, but I can live without it. Come on. Favorite Star Wars character? My favorite Star is Chewbacca. I got respect for the Wookiee. probably one of my saddest moments in Star Wars. And seeing Chewbacca see Han die. That got me. That was emotional. I nearly cried on that part because it was like, oh my, the emotion that Chewie is showing, like, you know, because you can't really tell Chewie, shows his emotion because the Wookiees is on just flipped out, and I was like, it got the right reaction for me, but yeah, when Han died, Chewie was just trying to shoot. I was like, oh my god, that was a good scene. Are you the Senate 9? uh, I'm sure hers the dark side as well. No, look, you guys need to understand. Hurricane is not that dark as you think he is. He's heroic than you think. It's just certain things that piss him off is certain things that I hold dear. He is a part of me, so I know. See, dark. No. We don't dare say his name. We don't talk about him. And I asked him a long time ago. He is no longer. Hurricane and I are scared that he may return someday. I don't want that. If you want to see dark, yeah. Yeah, I know. Omnitron loves Boba Fett. Yeah, he loves him. Mortal Kombat X, there are too many scares. Jump scares. For me, to not know anything about Yoda, I prefer the mystery behind him. No, that's what more. I understand that. That's why I don't That's why I don't like. I don't care for this Joker movie. Like the mystery behind him not knowing, but with Yoda, that makes me want to know. Like, and for me, a Yoda movie needs to be written, take 2 years to write to be that good. Because for me, I want to know what this guy was like before he became a Jedi. He's one of the most powerful guys, and I would want to know what is he like. What was he like? Was he kind hearted? Did he find like I was? The reason why I love the Jedi so much because they're just the cosmic samurai. I'm a samurai nut. Samurai nut. I love the code of Bushido. I try to follow. I want to get it tattooed on my back. Actually, no, wait. No, Spider-Man is supposed to go on my back, so I want to put it somewhere else. But I want to have the way of Bushido on me somewhere. I'm trying to find that place again. Would you and DBZ be making more collab videos? Um, I would love to do some collab videos again with DBZ. That's something that we would have to work out because my schedule is different from his schedule, guys, and um, DBZ's working, and not only does he do, but he works now. So, and I'm happy for him that he's doing his thing. But if everything goes right, me and DBZ will be meeting up next year. Because I've already said I'll be making a vid too. The first con of 2019 that I want to attend is MegaCon Orlando. Um, yeah, Orlando. Yeah, is Orlando or no? It's Orlando because DB says the one in Tampa sucks. But yeah, I want to con. So yeah, that would be the first time we actually met up in person. I've been meeting a lot of people uh, that I've gotten to know over the internet in person. Some like this year, I finally got to meet my friend Kat. I met her at this year's Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. It was great. It was finally get to meet her. I took a picture. There's a picture thing. Oh, Chucky, chili. Okay. What is the biggest weakness when it comes to junk food? 3 from would have to be sweets, Coke, and the biggest of all, pizza. Yeah, pizza. I would say is probably. I wouldn't say it's a weakness, but I can go without pizza for a week. But I have to at least have it. I have to at least have it like once a week. Um, I would try to say the toppings. I try to cut back on the toppings when I'm trying to add muscle again. To cut back on the top, so I just eat a plain or something like that. Candy, I can sweets, I can get off of sweets real quick. Sodas, the same or anything like that. I can just go without. I could just drink vitamin waters and things like that, and tea. No problem. I got no problem with that. I'm not weak against that. I would say cream is a weakness. Ice cream. Um, Ice cream is definitely one, and I can't think of the third one. No, because I don't eat sweet cereals like that too much. So I can't. I love me some cereal. I can eat cereal all day. Like, so I don't try to go too sweet. But yeah. Joe Vittori, favorite female street fighter of all time. It's got to go with the Queen. The Queen Lee got you. She got the legs. She know how to use it. Could you imagine what them legs must feel? I gotta stop that one. But yeah, Chung Lee got to go with the strongest woman in the Street Fighter universe. She is my. She will always be number one. I love Chung Lee. Um, I always respect her. And don't get me, the princess of Street Fighter, Cammy, love her too. And I'm a huge Jai fan. The only Street Fighter character that knows my style that I studied for a long time, Taekwondo. Jedi is she. Oh my god, she's great. I swear. I prefer to have an Obi-Wan movie. I'm not gonna see it unless Ewan McGregor comes back for the role. They keep talking about, yeah. Uh, they keep talking about it. Chris, you save me some pizza. Well, you better hurry up because the rest of the fam who's over here. Um, I'm gonna took the Boba Fett movie getting canceled really hard. I bet I bet he did. I know he's a big fan. I know that. So I know. Um, yo, I'm smoking a three blunt right now. Okay, you do your thing. You know, I don't smoke, but that's just your thing. Come to the dark side. We have cookies. What kind of cookies? Come on, Finn. Come on. Sorry. There you go, Finn. Um, Mortal Kombat versus Soul Calibur. Maybe. That one, a maybe. Deborah, what do you think of the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man take on Hammerhead? I have liked what they have done with the cast on because because now this Spider-Man world has an official Earth name, Earth 1064. I think that was it, 1034. One of them. I enjoy what they did with Tombstone in the game. I was like, whoa, he's like a biker. He's the leader of a bike. Okay, with the same thing. Hammerhead, they really didn't change him too much. He still got the clink, 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 but you can actually see the scar. Um, yeah, he's cool. Very cool. I feel bad. Oh, Reptile's probably a definitely one. He's got the shaft of late. Look, come on, man. He's going to change the rules again. Oh my god. Keeps changing the rules, this bitch. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, get him, Finn. There you go. Take it to the sky. Look out! All right. Let me see. All right, music lover. I know like not too enthusiastic about the weather, but are there any of the teens, college kids you just find boring? Um. Uh. Hmm. Uh. There's a couple of them. They don't get enough. Changing the fucking rules again. You look so stupid.
Like Shaq.
No, they know he don't.
No, Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq. Tonight, the season premiere. Christian. Look, he can't even get his damn.
You know, he was cool. He would have did it with the shades. No. They really are trying to make this like some corporate stadium. Down.
Yeah, for what's name in the beginning.
Oh, I remember
Lions got it too.
Oh,
yo, what the fuck? Sure.
Yo, what's up with Kevin Nash?
Kevin Nash?
Nash, Dad. Nash.
He ain't doing much of Britain. He's happily retired. He's pain free. He only got that surgery that he needed.
Oh!
His poor Dean already did another stupid promo.
Yeah, he's getting flu shots.
No, he ain't.
Anyone? Okay, what are your thoughts on Kyle Ren? He's okay.
He's had
also the new She-Ra show is good. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I haven't checked it. I haven't watched it. Oh god damn. Definitely gonna check it out. But just don't worry about it. Tino, what's I haven't been here in a while. Yeah. I'm interested in the Joker movie on the grounds that it's an Elseworld story. I just don't care for it. Like The Last Jedi. Yeah, I saw that. Last Jedi was pretty good. Dark Promise. Maybe we can have a comic or novel about Yoda's early years, and could see how he met, such as Mace Windu or Count Dooku. Yeah, maybe. Stupid question. What character? What's a comic character you want to see get a video game? Caleb asked that question. That is not a question.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern has one. Yeah, garbage though.
Okay.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
Until you get
can a lightsaber cut through adamantium?
Static.
Yeah. Can a lightsaber cut through adamantium? I don't know.
I heard. I did another poor revival.
Yeah, it is.
I think they made me. Oh, it was like, who will win? Dr. Fate or Dr. Strange?
Dr. Fate or Dr. Strange?
Not everybody think like.
I don't. Depends. It depends on if Naboo is in control. you got to think about that. Funniest Spider-Man in the Spider-Man game, mine would have to be where the Spider Cat stuff with did your. For me, Marion, it was it's the fight when you're fighting Scorpion and Rhino at the shipyard, and and Spider-Man says, "Oh no, Rhino, a poacher!" And then Rhino just says, "That's not funny." That cracked me up. That just, um, chocolate chip. See, if it was, I like chocolate chip, but if it was oatmeal, then maybe oatmeal raisin. Maybe I'll join the dark side. But I'm a Jedi for life. Go ahead, start to hurt again, or might as well. So I'm going Ben from this question. Oh yeah, feel better. Best Street Fighter villain. Bison.
Over Akuma?
I don't Bison because I don't look at Akuma as.
You think of Akuma as a force of nature.
No, not just that, but he's not going against. He's just more on. He's focused on reason. Yes, that's why I don't look at him like that.
All right, here's another thing. Person was like, "Oh, who'll win? Spawn? No, Go or Dante?" And then it was like, "Which Ghost Rider though?" I was like, "You got Dan Kent, you got Johnny." I was like, "Oh, you got Johnny Storm." I was like, Johnny Blaze.
That's.
What about
Okay.
Dante versus Spawn?
If Robbie Reyes, he killed Robbie Reyes. Robbie Reyes he's power, but he's still the rookie, and his powers do not come from the demons.
Somebody would the Pendants still work on Dante?
No, he ain't got nothing to be. He got nothing to be sorry for.
Or what about Dante versus
Spawn
did become so ultimate power that he became the ultimate villain.
So Dante, you just cut his head.
And somebody said, "Oh, you know what you can do with Adam? Adam could be Superman.
Adam
or Ant-Man. The Adam is and Ant-Man could be Superman. They just have to."
No,
and I'm like,
even if they did get inside, okay, let's think about it. Or Ant-Man goes inside Superman, and what tries to hit his heart? It's like
Or he just the air.
No.
Now, what if they go inside with some kryptonite?
Okay, that's different. Have you read the Deadly manga or watched the anime? It's on my list to watch. Predator. I have not watched it yet. Who do you think? Who do you think next guest character? I don't know. Which Arkham game is your favorite city? You think we'll see Silvermane in the DLC? Yep. The next DLC that comes out next month. Definitely in it. I could be wrong, but the title kind of gave. I feel that Silver Sable is going to come back as well as Silvermane. It's called this Silver. I'm like, yeah, okay. And we're dealing with the Magia and the mob, so yeah, Silvermane. And they did a Project Olympia that I'm like, Silvermane, yeah, in his battle suit. Funniest Edge and Christian moment in WWE. And if I was okay, I would think when they did the Bill Buckner thing, that was pretty funny. But if you want to talk about funny moments, go watch the latest Up video where they played NHL '95, and they told the story that they got into a legit fight over that game when they. It was so funny to see Christian lose. He was so pissed. It was so funny. Juan asks, think we might Marvel games take place in the Spider-Man universe? Yes, because it was already announced that the Spider-Man game is just the beginning. And you just up all those names like that and all these places. without kind of like thinking about that. Uh, was the best Robot Chicken sketch? I don't know. I don't watch Robot Chicken like that. The one that I thought was pretty fun is when one of them finally killed He-Man. I thought that was pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie. What do you think of Doctor Octopus in the Spider-Man game? I would have done that for MCU's version of Doc Ock. I would the exact same way they did that. That the very first video game I ever played would have to be the very first Super Mario Brothers. Um, hang on. Uh, I know you like movies and cartoons, but do you like classic TV shows like All in the Family and oh hell yeah. I'm a classic nut. I grew up in a household where shows from the 60s and the 70s. That's why I'm so good with music. It's like because I had that around me all my life. You know, my dad was playing that type of music from the 60s and the 70s and of course the 80s. That now TV shows, same thing. You know, it was the same. You know, All in the Family is great. You know, Archie Bunker and all of them. I'm a huge Honeymooners fan. Um, uh, I like Bonanza. I like Bonanza. I like the show Cheyenne, which is a western. Um, uh, I'm just I'm a huge fan. Like classic TV is great for me. You know, I'm always on TV land or something. You know, but classic TV shows, great. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Uh, Blue Gabi. What do you think? Who do you think could play Red Sonja on the big screen today? Oh God, Red Sonja. Who could play her now? Who could play Devil? I know they're using there's a movie coming out and they're using Gail's script. I got that from her husband himself. He told me. Um, who could play her? Man, that's a question. I'm trying to think of some tough redheads, or they would have to dye her hair red. I don't know. What old school? I got to come back to that one. Notorious White 56. Somebody pass it through. What old school rapper you like can't wait? What old school rapper you like can't use old school rapper? Can't use Biggie, Tupac, or Eminem. I don't even think of them as old school. If you want to go old school with me, Rakim, Mo D, Heavy D, rest in peace. You want to throw LL up in there? LL Cool J, Run DMC, I'm DMC, um, Slick Rick, Chuck D. I can keep going. You want me to keep going, dude? I can keep going. Child of the '80s, man. I forget. Don't forget that. Your alpha knows his shit. I'm telling you. What is your cool moment in Dragon Ball Super? Oh, probably when he fought the fusion version of Caliph and Kale, and she did her like her big, and he's doing a Kamehameha wave. He's charging it up. He's just dodging it. Then she's like, oh, I got you now, and he slides on it with the Kamehameha wave in the ball. And does the best Kamehameha wave I ever seen. and they was so good they had to do it 3 times, and it was great. That's why I always say, that's why I cannot watch the franchise in English dub, because to me the English dubbed actors do not put the same kind of in terms of emotion into it as the original actors do. Because the original actress who plays Goku kills every time she plays that character. Nobody does it better. And I'll debate that with anybody. Um uh if Bret Hart were to debut today, who do you think he'd with if he was today? Um I, oh man, that's a tough one. I think he could. I would say the authority, because I definitely think he would do. Uh, would you like to see the Spider Slayer in the next Spider-Man game? We got it in this game, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Um, but yeah, we could. Deal for Chewbacca when Kylo. I just told you guys. I just said that when Han Solo died. I felt that. I just said that. Weren't you listening, man? I just said that. Like, uh, what Spider-Man villains do you think had the best character development in what comics, or what are we talking? You got to come back with that one. In honor of Spider-Man, can we get a fuck the Jackal? Yeah, fuck the Jackal. Fuck the Jackal. Fuck the Clone Saga and all that shit. There you go. Fuck One More Day. Joe Quesada for that bullshit. Thank you. Let's see. Next up. Music lover asks, who do you think would win in a fight, Wonder Woman or Thor? I don't like to do these fights. I reason for them to fight. I think Thor would respect Diana's prowess and knowing and everything. I wouldn't want to see him fight her. Sorry, I'm tired. I get kind of tired of superhero fights in terms of that kind of stuff. War, but still, I just no. Um, if we got a fighting game in the style of Injustice, who do you want in it besides Spidey and Doctor Doom? That's a long list, Juan. That's the wrong. That's crazy. Have you seen the Death Battle between Hulk and Doom? I don't watch Death Battle. I hate them. I don't. I can literally say that I hate them. I do not like them. Um, Death Battle to me, I like what they do in terms when they do the fights somewhat, but I hate it because they do not stick to. They take everything. It's like taking a character and engulfing all the information. You spit it out into this big sheet, and that's what you get. They every little, even Elseworld stories, they'll take and put that in. If you go back and watch when they did the He-Man versus Lionel fight, they left out crucial why the fight would not happen, and it was stupid. And they do that every time. The only one I did like was Snake and versus I think it was Sam Fisher fight. Um uh what are your thoughts on Hulu rebooting Animaniacs? Notorious Fat Boys. Hey, nothing wrong with Fat Boys too. Remember them. Don't forget Run DMC. I just said that. Didn't you just hear me say Run DMC and Beastie Boys? I was so much of a fan of Run DMC. I used to dress like them. I had the Adidas and the tracks younger. So yeah, I like I said, I met DMC at this year's New York Comic Con. He was there promoting his comic. D is a good comic. It's actually fun. Um, what do you think is the funniest moment in Infinity War? Mine would be making fun of Thor's accent. I guess I didn't laugh too much in that movie. Comics in general. Okay, who's okay? Which Spider-Man villain do you think had the best character development? Uh, I'd definitely throw Craven up there. Uh, Doc Ock, Green Goblin. They've had some of his older villains have had good character development. Let's see. My favorite Disney was Golden when he full instinct and started beating the hell out of it. That was a good moment too. When he fully wasn't so good when he nearly blew his back out. Okay, Wonder Woman artists. Oof, that's a tough one. Um, I love what is her name? She's an Aussie artist. In her name right now. Um, God, what is her name? Just, oh, how am I forgetting her name? I gotta look her up. Just uh, um, oh my God. Oh, let me see. Oh God, what is her name? I gotta find her name because that's gonna bother me that I don't know her name. I can't believe I forgot her name. I gotta find her name. Um, uh, uh, okay. Okay, hold on. Yeah, she wrote. She did it with Greg. I can't remember her name. I'm not gonna feel comfortable until I get that name. Nicola Scott. Thank you very much. That's her name. Thank you. Should they add Malibu characters to the MCU same way Wild characters were added? I always feel like they should Marvel should bring the Malibu characters. I don't know into. I would think they need to reach the Malibu verse again, but yeah, I would love to see that. Um, Kind of like what DC is gonna do with the they're gonna do the milestone characters, give them their own universe. I think they should. That would be great for writers. Just have fun with these characters. Nightman and all those characters like that. We got to agree that there's way too many belts in the W. Yes, indeed. Too many belts. Best Batman Beyond villain, Inc. Part of the world would you like to see Jason Voorhees go to? Personally, I like to see him go to either Louisiana or Africa. I don't. I really don't care. I don't know. I don't care. Really. Should they make Netflix like a Legacy of Kane show? Okay. Oh, I like. Be cool. Hey, Chris. Hey, what do you think of new show? I have not watched it yet, Gabi. But I keep hearing a lot of good things about it. I am looking forward to watching it. Um, okay. She keep going. Hey, Nathan. Joe Hittori asks, was there ever a time you stopped reading comics? I don't think so. That's that collection back there says that hasn't. But no. There's. I mean, I would say I slowed down a little bit. Probably the early 2000s. I kind of slowed down. I was only getting a certain amount. Um, yeah. What Marvel character or characters would you like to see on the big screen next? I would say, Jay, you would get ready to watch the next opinion spot for that, because that is the next the next segment for the opinion spot. That's one of my longest segments on my channel, and it's going to be 10 characters I want to see debut in the MCU. I'll give you at least one. I'll just give you now. Number one is She-Hulk. I want to see She-Hulk in the MCU. I want to see Jennifer Walters. There's easy ways of doing her. Like, you don't even got to do a backstory. You could easily do somewhere down the line before, you know, just there's easy ways of doing that. But She-Hulk is probably the character. The new show is really good, in my opinion. I definitely recommend. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Would you play? Who should play Estacado in a Darkness movie? Mm, uh, yeah, who could play him? Who could play him? I would if he was younger. I would have Banderas, especially when he was in Desperado. It's like he looked just like, yeah. I can't think of anybody right now. Um, okay, so let's see. Sorry about that. Next question. Okay, does Monster have a birthday? Yes, Monster has a birthday. Um, he's asleep now, but see, he's asleep over there. He's knocked out. But yes, he does have. Uh, it is. He's. It's. It's May 1st, 1986. That's his birthday. There you go. Uh, Let me see. Have you ever read the American Vampire comic? I've read some. I have not read all, but uh, DPZ loves that because Snyder um, doing horror, which he likes. He doesn't like Scott Steiner doing superhero stuff like Batman. He told me that personally. What do you think of Marvel doing the Internals movies? I'm cool with that. From what I'm hearing, the Herky debuting. So yes, they. Which personality is more dangerous, Hurricane or Lawrence? Black Lawrence. Why you mention him? We do not speak his name. We do not. We do not speak his. But if I was to say who's more dangerous, the other one. I would love to see Cloak and Dagger on the big screen. Cloak and Dagger show actually is really good. The first season was really good. It is in the MCU, so yeah. Uh, it's on. It's on the. It's on ABC Family or not? No, they don't call it. They call it Freeform now. But yeah, that's seen it. If you have Hulu, you can go watch it there. Same thing with the Runaways, everything like that. Um, have you played the game Undertale? No, I have not. See. Yeah, we do not talk. We do not talk about him, Nathan. Okay. Dark Promise. Which do you think is more evil, Green Goblin or Carnage? Green Goblin. Thornton just being psychotic and everything like that. Goblin has done so much to Peter, and some of it's just disgusting. It's serious. It really. So yeah, man, like Goblin all the way. Are you a fan of Lord of the? I like the Lord of the Rings. Never read the books. When I saw the movie, I'm not gonna lie, I was a Legolas fan. I love archers, so I was a Legolas fan. Um, did you know that the cannibals in the hills have eyes are based off the urban legend of this sorry beamer? Yeah, I know a little bit about that. Thoughts on Joe Hattori? Thoughts on um Telltale's decline? Yeah, that's really sad about Telltale Games. Like all those things that we were supposed to Telltale's uh these wolves that the the next game for the wolf what was it? What the hell is it called? The Wolf Among Us canceled. Um The Walking Dead, they're gonna finish Robert Kirkman's company is gonna finish the last season of that. No more Batman. So this is gone. It's over. And that's just really messed up. So yeah, I felt really bad for them that happened. That really happened. Let me make sure I ain't missing anything. Yeah. So yeah, that's really messed up. Um, See if you know who said this is the big ones. This is the big one. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, Mark. Yeah, that's Sanford and Son. Elizabeth, Red Fox. Elizabeth. Oh, God, Mark. This is the big one. Oh, come here. Sorry. Yeah, Red Fox was the man. Do you know Red Fox? This is a fun fact about Red Fox. Pat Morita, who played Mr. Miyagi, Red Fox, and Red Fox paid for helped pay for Pat Morita's first house before if he didn't, he would have got evicted out of his apartment. So Pat Morita, Red Fox did that. Was really cool. You can look it up. He talks about it. It's on YouTube. Everything. Um, are you ready for Devil May Cry 5? Hell yeah, I am, Joe. I can't wait to get my hands on that. Uh, I watched that I've watched those trailers like crazy, and I even gone back to watch my reaction to that game, and just it really made me feel cool and appreciated that people came by reaction and was just like, dude, this dude's a real Devil May Cry fan. Like he knew who that character was before, you know, before Nero had rev up, red, his sword and everything like that. I appreciate that. It was like, yeah, I appreciate when people like that. Like this is a true Cry fan, and I am. I love Devil May Cry. Favorite Robert Williams movie of all time. Let's see, I'm not. Favorite Robin Williams movie. That's a hard. That's a hard one. Funny stuff in Sanford and Son would have to be between Fred Sanford and Aunt Ep. Yeah, those are hilarious. It's better than that bullshit reboot. Yeah, look, like I said, I said my piece on the reboot. That was and it became so bad that they had to say that it's a part of the world. It was an alternate universe. Like it's not a reboot. It's just because it was stupid for Ninja Theory even try to do that. Yeah, like why stop something that isn't broken? Why reboot something that isn't broken? And the Devil May Cry franchise was not broken after four. Um, it's gonna be now. A lot of you guys have told me that
It wasn't even finished.
it wasn't even finished. So yeah, it wasn't even finished. So it was like it was no need to reboot. Ninja Theory had no need to. And like I said before, it became that bad. Is like they had to say this is an alternate universe. Like because at first it was just a reboot. It was like this is a reboot. So then they had to come out and literally say, okay, this is just a reboot. So there was no need for it. There really wasn't. My favorite Robin Williams movie was Dead Poets Society. That was a good one. I probably say one of my favorite underrated Robin Williams movie is Bicentennial Man. That does not get as much. Yeah, when he's a robot. Bicentennial Man is definitely one of my most favorite underrated movies. Another one is when he died and he went to heaven, where Cuban Gooding Jr. is like his like guide, and heaven is kind of what he makes it. Like in this world, heaven is what you created to be, and he got to meet his daughter. Yeah, he went to hell to get his wife, who kind of had a nervous breakdown. Like the way he died was just bad. I was like, oh, like there was a car just flipped and hit him. I was like, oh God. So yeah, and his daughter who died, and she was disguised as an Asian woman, and she used to say, father used to say, Asian women are always very beautiful and things like that, and he finally recognized who it was, and that was a good movie. Yeah, man, he was good in 1 hour photo. Yeah, that was creepy. He was creepy in that movie. But that just shows you the kind of range that Mr. Williams had, why he was so good. And if you thought he was great in that, go watch his performance in Law and Order SVU. He was great in that movie. I mean that show. That episode was really good. Like he played off a lot of his, his voice acting, but then just showed how kind of creepy he can get, and what's your Netflix sign in? Laughing out loud. I can't give you that, Notorious. That's a crime right now. I heard that's a crime. You give out your Netflix password. That's a crime. Yeah, that's why you did that. I like that. That's funny. Awakens was another great movie. That's a good one. Um, Look, I'll even go back and say, uh, look, probably another good one I love. Good Morning Vietnam was great. He was great in that. Hell, I'll even throw Popeye. Look, I know it failed at the box office, but he was convincing as Popeye. You know, it was cool. I got no problem with that. And that's why it's going to be really hard to see this Aladdin movie and not hear Will Smith's voice come out of Genie and not Robin Williams. Because look, I'll say it before, if he did not do what he did, I guarantee you we would have had their movie would have been the same thing that they're doing for the Lion King movie, gotten James Earl Jones to come back to do Mufasa. They would have got Robin Williams to come back to do Genie. There's no question about that. There's no question that unless he chose not to, yeah, he would have came. They would have Disney would have made Rob, Mr. Williams, would you like to come back and voice Genie for the live action version? And like I said before, my reaction to the Lion teaser will be up, and I do ask some serious questions about it too. As much as I saw a little bit of like just what Simba looks like as a baby, but my biggest question, even though this is a are there going to be differences? Like, will we see maybe where the animosity between Mufasa came from? That'd be some nuances to, because to me, it's just like in the animated movie, it's like just like okay, Scar just comes off as the jealous brother, but where does that? There's got to be where that stems from. Where does it stem from? Where did he get from? He wasn't born with that, So it's stuff like that. Uh, do you think the original Super Mario Brothers and Zelda games still hold up today? Absolutely, absolutely. What's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie? Notorious. Man, that's a good one. I wouldn't be myself if I didn't say Beverly Hills Cop, but um, I love Harlem Nights. Um, Coming to America. uh, uh, the Golden Child seems to not get talked about as much, but I love the Golden Child. I love that movie. Um, yeah, Eddie doesn't do a lot of. He's more careful now with the roles he picks now because after like the late '90s, early 2000s, all the movies that he started coming out with, they were kind of failing. I think Norberg was the one that really kind of talked about a lot, but you know, um, that was right before he did Dreamgirls, which he was really good at. That won him the Golden Globe. He was really good in that movie, based off a musical. But um, I would love to see Eddie Murphy come back and do something that he feels more comfortable. Trading Places is one of my favorites. Him and Dan Aykroyd was great. They had such good chemistry. And it's fun that I mentioned that because this is a fun fact. I'm sure not everybody knows, but Winston Zedmore, who Ernie Hudson played Ghostbusters, that role was actually for Eddie Murphy. Dan Aykroyd wrote that for Eddie. He wrote that role for him. He wanted him to be Eddie, to be Winston. Um, and it's kind of funny because when I look at that, every time I watch Ghostbusters and I look at Ernie as Winston, I'm like, I'm trying to picture Eddie Murphy in that role, and I'm like, oh, he I don't know if he might have outshined everybody, like, but But yeah, man, he was I love Eddie. I always have been, and I respect that man for just like the legacy he's gonna. He's got not, I think, 10 kids now. Like it's crazy. Those are some of my favorites about him. Um, Harlem. Okay, yeah. Most evil DC villain, most evil Marvel villain, in your opinion? That's a tough one too. Is live action version is like robots? Version is like robots. Wait. Live action. You talking about the Lion King? It's gonna be like digital CGI, kind of like what they did with the live action version of Jungle Book. It's kind of gonna be like that. Favorite Samuel Jackson movie? Damn it, that's a tough one too. That he starred in or he co-starred, because that's you got to think, because Sam has been in so many movies. That's why they always said he was like the hardest working man. He's been in so many. Hell, he was in Coming to America. That was probably she saw him. Was in Coming to America. That scene where he robbed the McDarrells, which is a real restaurant in Queens. There's a real restaurant called in Queens, New York. If you ever come to New York and you want to go to Queens, you want to, yeah. But favorite, one of my favorite Samuel Jackson movies. I would say I'm going to say he starred in. That he was the lead actor. I would have to say, um, I'm gonna have to say Formula 51. I love the 51. I love them in that movie. Or it's called 51st State overseas, but it's called Formula 51 here. He was, that role was actually written for him, and when he played Elroy McElroy, he was like a chemist, and he went to Liverpool, England, and in that movie alone, it kind of just showcased we Americans aren't so different after all. We ain't that different. Like, but there was a lot of racial tension in that movie too, like stereotypes. A good movie. I really enjoyed it. Um, One of my favorite Eddie Murphy movie, Life. Life is good. That's him and Martin. Snakes on a Plane is low key a classic despite the bad reviews. I liked Snakes on a Plane. I didn't mind that either. Cheese. It's good cheese. It was good. It was fun. It took you out of like the norm. Like, but just think about it. Like, you're trying to get a witness. And the crime boss puts a bunch of snakes on this plane. Just think about that. So yeah, I can understand that. Favorite Scrooge McDuck moment in the DuckTale. Um, Him admitting that he failed. That was a good moment. Him telling the boys that he failed, their mother and things like that. I was like, whoa, that's getting deep. That was good stuff. Favorite Jackie Chan movie? That's a tough one, because I've seen a lot. Um, but I'll go with Police Story. Probably. Favorite Monty Python movie? I have not seen a lot of Monty Python, so can't really give you too much of that. Notorious White, 56. Would there be Snakes on a Plane 2 movie? I don't know. If it did do it, I guarantee it'd be direct to Blu-ray DVD movie, which I don't want. Um, like I haven't watched a lot of Monty Python, so I can't give you really that much into that. All right, wrap this up, guys. So if you got any more questions, start asking now. Um, all right. They could have a sequel called Sharks on the Ship, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Poke fun of my man Arnold, man. I grew up with Arnold, man. That's some that's stupid. Favorite George Carlin stand up. Probably when he started talking about the government, and that was on it. Joe Hattori, favorite Bruce Willis movie, not Die Hard. That's kind of easy. Fifth Element, easy. There you go. Fifth Element, love Fifth Element. What are you most shocked about? What are you most shocked about in The Simpsons predicting the future? Not really. I ain't too many. That stuff didn't shock me. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't shock me as much. I'm just Trump president. I was just like, I wasn't even thinking about Simpsons when that happened. Worst Street Fighter character. I want to say Dan, but Dan is not that bad. He's a doctor, but at times he's pretty funny. Probably um there's some characters from Street Fighter 3 that can make up that role. Do you think the 1954 Godzilla movie still holds? Yes, absolutely. I answered that question already, man. You're repeating other people's questions now. Somebody asked that already. Tekken character, Horan, the guy, the Korean who knows Taekwondo, because that's the martial art style. That's one of the martial arts styles that I know. Big fan of that. I like Jin, but Horan's my favorite. He's my favorite. Um, okay, let's see. All right. Your favorite Godzilla movie? I answered that already. I'm not going to answer that again. Um, Joe Hattori, favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, not Conan or Terminator. Okay. I can't say this is the first movie I ever saw, Conan, and I can't say Terminator. Then I'm going to have to say Commando. Love, I love Commando. That's definitely one of them. Predator. Come on. You heard you're remastering PlayStation 1. You mean with the mini PlayStation? Yeah, I know about that. Yeah. Worst character. Uh, worst. The worst. Oh, what's the wood guys? Yeah, them guys. Those stupid guys. I can't. Yeah, I don't care for that. Um, react to more teens know 90s music. This is from K. Well, that'll get Hurricane really pissed. Don't, because there's a bet going on between me and him, and the bet is that I won't flip out 5 times. If I flip out 5 times out of the 10 rounds, then every time I do this Hurricane, who you're going to be watching it, and you don't want that. Trust me. Snakes on a Plane 2 starring Harrison Ford. If No, stop it. Stop. No. Do you think the anger the nephews felt towards Scrooge was justified when he admitted their mother and that came from just them? I don't. It was somewhat justified, but it came from more of just. I mean, how with your mom? I mean, I understand it better than anybody. So but favorite Harrison Ford movie can't use Jones. Uh oh, The Fugitive. I love that. That was a good one. He did great in that. Clear and Present Danger. Um, Air Force One. Um, uh, uh, disregarding Henry, where he was a lawyer and got shot in the head, and he had to. They were great. That was a good one. I love that movie. Uh, so yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Blade Runner is another one. But I think Blade Runner should also be one of those movies that you negate too, because everybody from that. It's like Mr. Ford. When you think about Harrison Ford, you think about Indiana Jones, Blade Runner, Han Solo. Those that's you really push those out. Um. Anyway, worst writer ever besides Joe Quesada. Um. Jeff Loeb. Depending, I can't. Favorite Steven Seagal movie. This is from Notorious. Not the biggest Steven Seagal fan. I can care less about this guy. I do. I'm dead serious about that. The only ones I really like, but Steven Seagal to me is just disrespectful. I can't take him. Like this, some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth is just like what are you talking? It's like the guy who he has this presence. He has to make himself look better than everybody. That's true. Go watch all his movies. He he has to look better than everybody. He has to his character has to be. And even though one of my favorite movies is Marked for Death, in that movie he looks better than every. I mean, this guy was getting beat at one point. He barely shows any kind of like I'm taking a beating. Um, it's just I can't. I don't know. Um, huh? Yeah, he's just very egotistical. I don't like that. I'm not. I remember when they asked him about Jean Claude Van Damme, and he was like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Dude, at that time, Van Damme bigger than you," and it was just like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" Like, I hate that. I hate that. Favorite movie, not Rocky. I'll throw not Rocky and Rambo. One of my favorites, the lone movies outside of those, his two iconic cats would have to be Demolition Man. I love him in Demolition Man. Him and Wesley Snipes had such good chemistry, and to think that gonna be Steven Seagal, yeah, Steven Seagal, and was gonna play Simon Phoenix. I thought he was gonna play. I thought he was gonna play Simon. Oh, okay, yeah. No, they wanted John Claude Spartan at one point as Simon Phoenix. Yeah, yeah. That was when Stallone got the role. He wanted Jackie Chan, but Jackie Chan. Yeah, but yeah, that was where Jackie Chan he doesn't like playing villain. So yeah, um, Steven Seagal is Simon. Oh my God. Yeah, that you don't believe me when I say look at him in Machete. In that movie, he Oh my God. Like Machete was to Trejo's big role. And in that movie, he killed himself. And I'm like, get the yeah, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, with that bad Spanish accent. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You think Ethan are tied for the top spot on your list? No, Ethan's way up there before we're doing. Also, I don't know if you remember, but when they Without Me by Eminem, Luis thought it was from the Encore album. Yeah, I know, but he knew who it was. Ethan just got to add okay. Most underrated slasher in your opinion? Mm, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Um, there was this. I think it was this called Machete, and the slasher in that was sick. He was crazy. Favorite Jim Belushi movie? Jim Belushi. Uh, Dang, I can't. Jim, no, Jim's no, that's J. No, Jim is from the. Let me make sure. Jim Belushi's from the. Is the James is the other. James is the is the younger of John Belushi, the one from the Blues Brothers. Um, say anything in terms of my favorite movie of Jim Belushi, it'd probably be The Principal. In that movie, he was good in that movie, The Principal. And he was also in Trading Places. He was the Santa that got robbed. Favorite Animal House. Okay, National Lampoon's okay. Favorite Dan Aykroyd movie? Ghostbusters, Trading Places. I shouldn't even say those. Um, any movie he did with John Candy. Um, We Are Spies. Oh, jeez, I gotta get second villain. I'm not going there, Juan. I'm not going there. Favorite Jeff Goldblum movie? Now, man, y'all throwing out all these questions. I'm gonna end it with Johnny Bravo and the Dragon Ball universe. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna end it with Darth Promises. Question: favorite Jeff Goldblum movie? I want to say The Fly, but no, I have one that I like. Earth Girls Are Easy. There you go. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna end it with that one. Um, I I consider that more of a Will Smith because Jeff Goldblum's he wasn't the lead actor in that. I think he should. He was like a co-star. No, Will Smith. I think it's Will Smith. Could be, but that would be too easy. Once again, like that. But anyway, guys, y'all take care. Thank you. I will be back next month with two more uh, live action, open mic sessions again. I do these live Q and A's. I do 2 month, one at the beginning of the month, and then one. But right now, guys, I'm gonna get another slice of pizza and play some more Spider-Man, and then that's it. But other than that, you guys take care. Later, guys.